And we are live. What's good, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the Q&A show. I'm your host, or I'm your co-host, Day with an I, not a Y, podcast enthusiast, football, former collegiate football player, football enthusiast as well. The handsome young man wearing that ugly Dallas Cowboys hat in the screen is none other than QCB himself. The real live QCB. You can catch him on Fox Sports Radio Charlotte Mondays and Fridays. If you could just finish your introduction, because you have a lot of things that you have done, have got, or have going on.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, TV personality, comedian. I'm all over. Former porn star. Like, I'm all over the place.
So former. So why didn't that go anywhere?
I retired.
You retired?
Yeah, I got burnt out.
You sure you didn't get kicked out of the community?
No, I got burnt out.
Got burnt out.
I mean, former porn star watcher.
So you don't watch you don't watch corn? They call it corn now.
I hadn't watched maybe since like 97.
I mean, you don't need to, right?
Yeah. I'm a former porn star watcher, not star, but watcher.
You don't need to. You got a lady.
Yeah. So I'm good.
They call it corn now. So the YNs, they call porn corn, and they call choking your chicken, they call it gooning.
What? And now they call money chicken too, right?
Well, no, that's been happening. That didn't start with the YNs.
Okay.
And I only say that because, as you know, I say chicken.
Your cousin. Right?
Yeah.
You say chicken back in the day.
Yeah, we say chicken.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing wrong with chicken.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just updating real quick, y'all. Thanks for being patient with me. But so if you were a corn star, or you said you were, what was your name? What's your corn star name? What would it be?
No. I'm a corn star watcher.
What does that mean?
I used to watch it. I don't watch it no more.
You watched other corn star? What, other men corn stars?
No, I don't watch it at all. I retired from watching. I can't believe I'm saying the word corn or referencing porn. I hadn't watched it since like 97.
Well, plus I think just for being, safe, someone on Twitch said he was a cuck. Do you know what a cuck is?
I don't know. What the hell are we doing, man? I love the conversation. What? A cuck?
A cuck. Yeah.
No, I know, what the hell? I know what a cunt is. What's a cuck?
I think it's someone who likes to watch their woman get.
Hell no. Let me tell you something. I don't know how some guys even do that. There's no way. Because I'm stingy.
Very.
I don't know why some guys will sit in a corner and watch their girl get pounded.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's a real thing.
I know.
It's a real thing.
I just dudes get joy out of a lot of stuff. There's no way in Bill Cosby's empty medicine cabinet could I sit here and watch my girl get knocked off by a dude. The noise she could be making, and he putting it down, and man, you crazy.
That's like the number one thing that men think of. Like when they say, oh, it's a double standard with cheating, because, and I want the ladies to correct me if I'm wrong with this, but I think women, when it comes to that, they think of men being in love with another woman. But the first thing we think of that will hurt our heart is a dude doing what we do to our woman.
Yeah, that's why you get the questions when something do happen. They say, well, we got to ask about the size. Did you hit it from what positions? Like, if you do this, so you never ask a girl that before, you're lying through your damn mouth.
Asking for the size is diabolical, Q. If my chick cheated on me, I would not ask.
You wouldn't?
No.
That don't mean you're a punk or nothing.
It's setting yourself up for failure.
You think she gonna tell the truth?
Probably not.
So if a girl say, oh, you know what, G?
No, she's not gonna tell the truth.
You're the best I've ever had. You believe it?
Sometimes. Because I've been told that.
Right.
Sometimes I believe it.
That's all this answer.
Sometimes I believe it. Do you?
Do I believe it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, because I am. Yeah. They're the best. They're Michael Jordan. Knocking them damn boots. Shout out to my skin.
Freaky ass nigga.
All right, man. We're going to get into this, man. So as you can tell, we just wanted to introduce y'all a little bit. This is only the second show with the Q&A show. We're going to be going strong pause up until the season starts. The main focus of this show is football with a sprinkle of entertainment.
Yes.
But football more specifically within the NFC East, because as you can see, you're dealing with a obnoxious Philadelphia Eagles fan and a delusional Dallas Cowboys fan. So this is the perfect storm that we have. But we're going to get into the nitty gritty. So,
and let me say this.
Go ahead.
Dave plays the pause game. I don't play the pause game. He already gave you one. I don't play the pause game. I think it's absolute. And Mason Cam been my guys since the Clue tapes in 97 and 98 and Funk Flex and all that and Children of the Corn, Big L.
Yeah.
I know every one of their freestyles and raps, but I don't. But whatever. But go ahead. Let's go.
It's a game, literally. It's to literally a game, and people that get upset at it, it makes it that much funnier, and it makes you want to play it that much. Especially like when you got upset in the clip that went viral, like that was gold.
It's almost at 1 million views.
That was gold. And the fact that people in the comments are so upset, they are like the comments of that.
It was on my side. The majority of them.
I think majority were.
Yeah,
I say like 60-40.
Yeah.
60-40. And I think it was an age thing too. I think people like 32 and younger were on my side. I think like 33 and up were on your side.
Yeah, the intelligent ones.
Yeah, and then they were coming for us. I was either gay or you were either Manny Fresh or
I was calling me a stud.
Speaking of which, where's your stocking cap? You didn't wear your stocking cap today.
Yeah, I'm bragging up back cap.
Yeah,
I got
man.
stocking caps, bandanas, fresh haircut, fitted caps. I could wear anything.
That's the brand, man. You got to go with the stocking cap.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big news of this past week, the NFL schedule release.
Yes, it did.
And it's a pretty interesting schedule. A lot of great matchups that we're going to get into. Of course, to start off the season, we got the Eagles and Cowboys week 1, which we'll get into, because I know we're going to be talking about that, and it's going to be a very fiery conversation. But we're not going to dive straight into it. Sometimes you got to lube her up. So what I want to do first is I want to get each of ours
Lube up. If you bring out some baby oil in here, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'll tell you that right now.
Never mind. So I don't have baby oil, but I have massage oil.
Oh, but it's coming out though, ain't it? Yeah. Y'all ready to throw Puffy the 3-8 consecutive life sentences, and it's coming out.
Well, I'm talking.
Yeah.
I don't think he did anything crazy. I think he's just a freaky ass dude. He's a 69 guy.
He's a freak dude, and he's an abuser. Can't be hitting women.
Now he did beat up her. That's
but
evident.
he's just nasty.
Do you go to jail for being nasty? I don't.
No, and then I haven't heard nothing yet. When she said, "Wait, he made me." Nah,
I haven't seen that.
Cause the prosecutor, when they cross-examine her, this is just fun to talk about.
Right.
Because everybody was saying all kind of crazy shit when it first came out.
Yeah.
I would just sit back like, your ass in Charlotte with me. You wasn't up there.
Exactly.
Now I start making stuff to let them know how ridiculous they sound. I said, well, I also heard he had sex with Denzel Washington.
Right.
That's crazy. You know that's not true. I said, well, how you know
How
what
do
the
you
hell
know
you
yours?
saying true?
Yeah.
Anyway, that prosecutor said, okay, Miss Ventura, I'm going to read the text as what Mr. Combs wrote, and you read what you said. Huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Combs, are you ready for the free calls? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to get the candles. I'm going to set the hotel up. I mean, everything. Now, listen, dude, what he was doing, having all them dudes come through, man, and she got sores and stuff, all that stuff. But she said she didn't want to be replaced by nobody else.
Yeah.
I'm just saying to say that I hadn't heard nothing yet would have said she was forced to.
Right.
And if he's wrong, his ass got to go. But I'm just saying the way people had this dude under the jail when the stuff first came out, I said, just wait till May till we hear stuff. Wait till May.
Let it happen first.
Yeah.
Naturally. Pause. All right, so we're going to get into the season. Shout out to boy 1881. Let's see if I can put this on the screen. Eagles giving belt to ass. We know that. We already know that, but we'll get into it. So what I want to do first is before we get into the Eagles-Cowboys game, let's give our top 3 anticipated games outside of our own teams that we're looking forward to this season, and I'll let you go first.
All right, the first one, I got week 3, Monday Night Football, Lions at Ravens. Now, this could be a preview of Super Bowl 59. I think it's Super Bowl 59 coming up, if I'm not mistaken.
59 or 60, one of the two.
Right. We know what happens with the narrative about Lamar Jackson in the postseason.
Right.
And what they didn't do was what y'all did do. You gave the ball to your running back.
Right.
And they didn't give him enough carries, I didn't think. They went away from the run. And like Lamar Jackson said, like week 2, when they finally got their stuff together last season, he's like, hey, pick your poison when it comes to us. Good coaching staff. And I think the Ravens will still be a top contender to go represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. And on the flip side of that, the Lions, it's going to be a good matchup as well because we know what the Lions been through, how they used to suck. Now they gotten better, better. Each year they got better, even though they got beat by a rookie quarterback last year by Jaden Daniels from Washington in their house.
Yeah, which I called.
In their house. What?
I called that. You know I called it.
Oh, you showed me the text.
Yeah, I called that. I knew
right.
I knew the Commanders were going to take
drunk
it.
uncle or somebody else or whatever. But yeah, so that's one of mine. The Lions and Ravens week 3.
How do you see? How do you see? Oh wait, I think you paused on the screen. Let's get you right. My bad. All right. I don't know what happened with this. My fault, folks. Technical difficulties. We're going to get right. My bad, y'all. Reset this. Still frozen. The frozen face. He said the frozen face would be a crazy mixtape cover. All right, we just got to figure out why it's frozen. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what just happened. All right, so you said Ravens, Lions. How do you see that game going?
I see the Ravens getting the dub. In the regular season, Lamar Jackson, Ravens, they play pretty good football. They get some big wins. And I don't see it outright. I think the Ravens are a better team all around. I think the Lions receiving core is better. But as far as the running game and the quarterback position, the defense, and the coaching staff, I take the Ravens by like maybe 6 or 7 points.
Yeah, they're more seasoned.
Yeah.
Harbaugh's been there for 10 plus years. They have playoff experience. Harbaugh does have a Super Bowl, so I guess we can give that to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the experience, because Lions have a new coach. I'm sorry. They have a new OC, DC, both.
Yeah,
both new coordinators, and everyone said we were going to be terrible when we lost both of ours 2 years ago, and we started out good, then fell off. But then even this past season, we had 2 new coordinators and won the Super Bowl, so it's doable, not probable. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens on that as well.
Yeah, it is.
So for my number 3 on the list for anticipated games, I'm gonna go actually with Week 1, Pittsburgh Steelers at the New York Jets.
Okay.
Because I was somebody who really wanted to see Justin Fields stay in Pittsburgh, them get him some weapons, and them give him a good offense to work with, not that bland ass offense that the Steelers have been. If you ask me, they're stuck in the early 2000s and the 2010s as far as their offense. Like, they're just so boring on offense. But I would have liked to have seen them adapt their offense to Justin Fields' skill set, get him some weapons, and go off. But the fact that he's in New York and they're going to New York to play Justin Fields Week 1, I think that's going to be a big opportunity for Justin Fields. Okay, this is my 3rd team. I've been in the league for a few seasons now. I still haven't had that season. I want to see if he can prove himself. I think this is really his last opportunity to have that opportunity to prove himself. I think he can do it. I'm rooting for him. So I think that'll be good. Plus, the heavy stipulation is that the Jets are, the Steelers get rid of George Pickens, don't have a QB yet because they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers in. That's the word on the street.
Yeah.
So say they do get Aaron Rodgers. You have both QBs going against their former teams to start the season to see who really should have been where.
Well, the storyline is definitely there with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. I don't know why y'all keep trying to act as if Justin Fields is this great quarterback. He had time to show that in Chicago. I know he had 3 different coaches, but he also had a 1,000-yard receiver in DJ Moore, and he couldn't do nothing with him. And then for the Steelers, they benched him for Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson played well. I think they took him to the playoffs. Didn't they make the playoffs?
They did, and lost the first round.
Absolutely, what I'm saying. But yeah, I know Fields had a winning record, but Tomlin saw something because Russell had got hurt really, and he was going to be the starter. He got hurt.
Yeah, so, that's why you can't really say he benched him for it. I don't think you can say
why can't I?
Because it didn't matter what Justin Fields did, obviously, because he had a winning record. It didn't matter what Justin Fields did those games that he played. It was Russell Wilson's team. Tomlin knew that.
Well, you still could have kept him in. He ain't put a gun to his head to put him on the bench. What you think he gonna do in New York? For the Jets?
Who?
Fields.
He's gonna start.
I know what you think he's gonna do.
I think he'll do good.
What is good equals for the Jets? Because that division belongs to the Bills.
I think they'll have I think they can have a winning record.
They're gonna be better than the Dolphins. They're gonna be better than the Patriots.
I think they'll be better than what they were last year under Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers stunk up the gym last year. Stunk up the football field last year.
Exactly. I think they'll be better than what they've been under Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson. I'm rooting for him. Like I said, I'm rooting for him. I can't remember
how many games they won last year that was so bad.
Yeah, I didn't watch them a lot. I don't think the world watched them a lot. But yeah, I think he'll do decent. All right, what's number 2 on your list?
Week 7, Thursday night. Steelers at Bengals.
That's a good one.
Steelers at Bengals. First meeting is going to be with these guys in week 7. This game will be important because we know how the Bengals, the offense is always on tag. I'm so sick and tired of hearing Bengals fans cry about their defense, and they blame their defense for Joe Burrow and what the offense can do. No,
You're not hearing that?
I'm just tired of. Listen, they don't have the worst defense in the NFL last year. They did, but they didn't have to work. They had a bad defense, but they kept acting as if that was the only reason they was losing. And it was a lot of plays when Joe Burrow was missing to keep the drives alive. He was missing a lot of guys, and then their defense was giving up some plays, but they wanted to kill on the Panthers defense, which was last in the NFL. So I'm not buying it. Then the mystery of the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers, you just alluded to it. It's supposed to be Aaron Rodgers. For some reason, they're waiting on Aaron Rodgers to think he's at another dark retreat.
He's in the cave.
The cave?
He's in the cave off of 4 grams of shrooms.
Like I tell you, every time I hear that Aaron Rodgers in a dark retreat, I think he's like dating Whoopi Goldberg or something. I don't know what the hell that even means, but that's my week, my second most anticipated game outside the Eagles Cowboys schedules. Thursday night, Steelers at Bengals.
All right, that's a good one. That should be a good one in division. And then depending on the QB, we
don't know what the QB is.
Right, that division is always good. And we're going to go into more depth about this, but real quick, just give me a quick yes or no. NFC East, the best division in football, yes or no?
No.
No. Who do you give that to?
No. What division the Chiefs in?
AFC West.
I would say the AFC West.
That's a good division. Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders,
and Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers. Who suck.
Well, Justin Herbert keep getting the pass. He's 0-2 in the playoffs.
That Herbert,
but y'all love him for some reason.
No, I don't. I don't. He's no different than Dak Prescott.
Well, Dak Prescott's a top 10 quarterback.
We're talking playoffs. He's no different than Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott has 2 playoff wins. He has 0. You losing already. Let's just
2
move
playoff
on,
wins in how many years?
Wow, that's better than 0, ain't it?
Well, he's played for less seasons than Dak. I'm pretty sure it evens out. I'm pretty sure he's played half the time that Dak has been in the league. So it can even out. We'll get into that. All right, number 2 on my list. Give me the Washington Commanders week 2 at the Green Bay Packers for Monday night. And the reason why this game is on my list is
who? Green Bay who?
Green Bay Packers.
Because you said 2 playoff wins, and before last year, Jalen Hurts had 2 playoff wins. But go ahead.
Well, anyway, you damn sure know who the Green Bay Packers is because the last time y'all were in the playoffs, they put belt to ass in Jerry's
world.
world.
You laughed at the 2 playoff wins, and your quarterback had 2 playoff wins before last year. But
my quarterback has 2 Super Bowl appearances and 1 Super Bowl MVP. Let's not do the comparisons.
What you mean? He has 1 Super Bowl win.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls. Dak has 2 playoff wins in a twice as long NFL career. Let's just leave it.
No, we don't have to leave it. I know what I be talking about, but go ahead. What's your second game now?
I like the Commanders September 11th at the Green Bay Packers Monday night. And the reason why I like this game is because Green Bay Packers are going to have a good defense.
Yes.
The Washington Commanders, week 1 they play New York. We can kind of cancel that one out.
Yeah.
Them going to a playoff, a contending team, and the Green Bay Packers at Green Bay. I want to see if the Jordan Daniels magic still lives.
Okay.
He's played a full season.
Yeah.
Teams had a whole off season to scheme against him and come up with a proper game plan to slow him down, I should say. I want to see if that will continue against a very well-coached Green Bay Packers team at
It's a
that.
good test. It's a good test, man.
Great test. Week 2, out the gate.
Yeah.
Under the lights.
Yeah.
Let's see if Jaden Daniels let's see if it really continues.
Good test for him, man. Where that game going to be played at?
At Green Bay.
At Green Bay?
Yeah.
Up there? Okay.
Yeah, at Green Bay.
I like that one.
Yep. What's number 2 on your list?
This is number 3 for me. My last one.
I'm sorry, number 3.
And I'm showing some love for the locals here. Panthers at Niners. And let me
Nice.
tell you what, Monday Night Football, week 12, as a matter of fact. This deep in the season, it's going to be about 6 games left on the schedule. Bryce Young and all his weapons. Hunter Renfrow, Jimmy Horn Jr.,
Right.
Xavier Legette.
The guy
and
from
T-Mac.
Arizona.
T-Mac.
Yeah.
His mama said T-Mac. I know Tat and all that McMillan. I don't call him T-Mac. His mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. That's it. And so, yeah. And what they try, what the Panthers trying to do this late in the season, I don't know. Maybe I got them better than the Saints. The NFC
Same.
South is still the Bucks division.
The Saints are going to tank for Arch Manning.
Well, I mean,
but go ahead,
guys don't believe in
go ahead.
tanking, but whatever. Y'all keep believing in
Go
guys
ahead,
tanking.
go ahead.
But I think they'll be fine. We don't know how good the Falcons going to be. I don't know how good Michael Penix Jr. is going to be. I don't know how much Kirk Cousins is going to play. So I think the Panthers, 2 wins, 5 wins last season, and I think they definitely have more wins than 5 this season coming up. So this is going to be an important game for them. Who knows where they're going to be in the season as far as standings go.
Right.
And the Niners trying to get back to being a Super Bowl
Right.
contender team.
They fell
so
off.
I think this week 12 Monday Night Football game should be some importance.
How do you think you kind of said it in a broad view. They're going to have more wins than last year, but let's go into a little bit more depth. How do you think the Panthers are going to do? And real quick, I'm sorry, before you answer that, let me give a shout out to EC1 Football who left a comment saying, let's go ahead and add this to the broadcast. Vic Fangio owns Dak. Go Birds, baby. All right.
It's so funny that the Eagles act as if they've been dominating the NFC East. We've been kicking each other's ass for years.
We've been dominating the NFC, brother. We have been a dominant, and I was thinking about this. Let's think about this. Going back to the year we won the Super Bowl in 2017, that was a dominant ass team. The year we went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs, that was a dominant ass team. The next season we started 10-1. That was a dominant ass team.
Collapsed like a lung.
Okay, but we started dominant and we made it to the playoffs regardless.
And you went home the first round like we did.
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield sent you home, right?
But that was a dominant team.
Did not beat the hell out of you and send you home.
But answer this: Does a team that start 10-1 is that a dominant team?
Yes, it is.
Okay, we'll just leave it at that. And then you have this.
Did the season end after 11 games?
You said it's dominant. That's all that matters, brother. And then you have the past season. You have the past season that just happened. That was another dominant team. So you mean to tell me in 8 seasons we've had 4 dominant teams? That is very impressive.
You guys have recently put together some pretty good teams.
And that's all I'm saying. I said within the past 8 seasons. That's what I said. We've had 4 dominant teams and won 2 Super Bowls. That's impressive. That's all I'm saying. That's impressive. So you're talking about NFC East. Yeah, again, we don't care about. I mean, of course, we want to win the NFC East, but that's not number 1 on our
I didn't say that. When you say something, I'm just replying to what's the Sesame Street? What's the dude name?
EC1 Football.
EC Sesame Street, whatever his name is. When you say dominating, like it's been a total ass kicking. That's not been the case at all. At all. No one's won the NFC East back-to-back between us in years. Y'all will win it, we'll win it. Yes, you swept us last year, and one was with a backup quarterback who was banged up. That's just who's out on the field. You still swept us, you get it. Then I just can't believe how we've been going back and forth. Both teams been getting into the playoffs, so who's owning who? That's stupid.
You just said both teams get into the playoffs,
Yes.
but the key thing is what happens from then. What happens from that point on? We both get to the playoffs, but
and we both went home 2 years ago in the first round.
You're going to 1 season, brother. In the past 3 seasons, we both make it to the playoffs, but the whole world knows that y'all are going home round 1.
The whole world we didn't go home round 1.
It happened
2 years ago. We didn't go home round 1.
Round 2. But the season before that,
come on, we got to keep
4 years. Let's talk 4 years. The season before that, you went home round 1 against the Bucks. The next season, you went home round 2 against the Bucks. I mean, what was it, the Bucks or Niners? Niners. I'm
It was
sorry.
the Niners. We beat the hell out the Bucks. We said
Yeah, it was the
Tom Brady.
Niners.
We retired Tom Brady
Oh, you hold on. You hold on. You put that in your trophy
on the
case.
road.
You
People
put
had
that
us-
one in your trophy
They
case.
had us losing that game on the road. We
You
went down there.
retired Tom Brady. Well, we beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. But anyway.
You did. Well, me and you both right.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that it comes down to what happens in the playoffs. Do you think
Right.
Kobe Bryant is stuck on his regular season accolades, or he's more worried about winning the finals?
I think both. You
All
can't
right.
you can't have one without the other. That's all I'm saying.
So let's get
You can't have one without the other. Y'all can't just try to throw shade on my boys because I'm a sane, cool Cowboys fan. I don't
You
yell
are.
Super Bowl.
You're decent.
That's why I got to sit here and straighten all this stuff out that y'all be trying to throw at us.
You're decent.
And homie don't play that 11 color with the black sock.
It's simple. Cowboy fans, y'all love the regular season accolades, and we don't care for it. That's all I'm saying.
That's certainly not true because y'all was screaming for Jalen to win MVP. Screaming it.
Yeah, he should have won MVP.
Okay, so you just said you don't care for regular season. You know what? Let's move on. You're right. This is too damn easy. Let's move on because you just
He
said
should
you
have
don't
won
care
it, but
for
we're not crying for it. Like, look at now. You know how many
I didn't say you was crying for it. You said we don't care about regular season MVP
as much as y'all do.
accolades.
We said it and we left it. That was it. We said it and we left it. That's
All
it.
right.
All right, we're at number 3, right?
Your number 3. I
'Cause
finished mine.
We could do this all day. All right, number 3.
Well, you get sports talked under the table. Yeah, we could do this all day.
For number 3, I'm gonna go. No, my question was the Panthers. Just a little bit more detail. How do you think the Panthers are going to do?
I think they're going to win over 5 games. I don't think they're going to take a step back.
5 games?
Yeah. I mean, because listen,
That's it?
you have to, I think they're going to win
Out of
over
18?
5.
Okay.
Dude, they was a dumpster fire 2 years ago. They won 2 games.
I think they could turn up.
And then they won 2. And then I set the win bar at 5. They won 5 because they was ready to throw Bryce Young out the city. And I said, hold on.
Right.
Give them 2 years.
Yeah.
Let them complete a second full season for you
Right.
label them a bust and all that.
Yeah.
And look what happened. He turned that thing around and they
He looked comfortable.
yeah, start making. He can't throw the ball downfield, which is super dumb to say. He threw the ball downfield, made plays with his legs, had 0 rushing touchdowns 2 years ago. Last year, he had 5 or 6. Making every play, every pass on the football field quarterback's supposed to make. Being in good games versus the Chiefs, getting
the Eagles.
more victories.
Almost beat us.
Absolutely. So I just think the 5 wins they had, they're not gonna. If they win less than 5, it'll be a step back. But I got them winning between maybe 5 and 8 games and fight for a wild card in the NFC South. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Because you got to turn that thing around. It's trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I got them between 5 and 8 wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll turn up too. I like Bryce Young. I actually
You
wanna-
wasn't one of the ones that was ready to run him out of town and
Nah.
you owe him an apology?
Nah, because I mean, listen, he's Bama built. First and foremost, I'm slightly biased towards that. He's
Well,
Bama
Bama
built.
quarterbacks just start recently getting good.
Yeah, I know.
They stunk in the NFL.
I know. But
No guy was questionable.
But what is he now? A Super Bowl MVP.
Well,
but
we don't know how consistent he's going to be. He's a very inconsistent quarterback.
Okay.
Cam Newton had 3 good years. 3. Jalen has 3 good years. We got to see, man.
Anyway,
Hashtag facts only.
you just said as of recently their QBs have been becoming good, and that's true.
Right.
And again, he's Bama built. I'm biased towards that. But the football, I speak to the football gods
What they say.
sometimes, and he stayed in the pocket. The ridicule that Bryce Young went through when they were stinking it up was insane. And then he gets benched every time they play. The camera's on him more than the actual game. Then his girlfriend's on camera with Tyrese Maxey at a basketball game. I mean, it was crazy, but he stayed.
Was that even true?
Yeah, but he
Sound like a
stayed.
little TMZ to me.
Nah, it happens, man. Listen,
So they still together? Who was she?
I don't know.
Right. No one knows.
I don't
It's
know
just
all that,
narratives
man. It
people
was his
follow.
girl. It was
Stop
his
it,
girl with a
man.
basketball player, Q.
Stop it, man.
They're not
Stop
there
it.
for shits and giggles. But anyway, he stayed in the pocket nonetheless. And when he got the starting position back towards the end of the season, he looked relaxed. He took that situation for what it was and he learned from it as a professional athlete under scrutiny. He came back, he looked relaxed, he looked comfortable, like he was just having fun out there. That's only going to continue to build.
We'll
He
see.
didn't let
Hopefully
it.
it will.
I know. I'm just saying best case scenario.
Yeah.
He didn't let the situation be bigger than what it was and crumble him. He stayed in the pocket, and I'll say that because that's pretty much what Jalen Hurts did throughout his whole collegiate and professional career. He got benched in the Natty, came back the next season, was second string, stayed in the pocket.
Yeah.
got his number called in the following national championship versus Georgia, had the game-winning drive, goes to Oklahoma, turns up, and we know what he did with the league. So it's just situations like that. More than likely, it turns out good for that person.
Yeah.
So
hopefully it turns out like that for
yeah,
Bryce.
I think it'll be that like that for Bryce.
I want to see that man, excel that position, and he kept hearing Cam Newton's name, and he's nowhere near Cam Newton. And kept hearing about his height. I thought that was a bunch of malarkey because he only missed one game in 2 years, and the one game he missed was because of an ankle injury. So
because he had no protection, he was getting tore up.
Stop it.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, so my number 3 anticipated game, I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills home versus the Kansas City Chiefs, Week 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
That may mean something.
Yeah.
That may mean something. Week 9, that may mean something.
Exactly, and it's always a close game with them.
Yeah.
They're neck and neck. We know the Chiefs have the Bills number when it comes to the playoffs.
Right.
But as far as regular season, I mean, it's neck and neck. I think the Bills may have them beat in the regular season, but again, they can't get over that hump in the playoffs. Right. But nonetheless, it's always a great game. It's never like a crazy blowout, just like the Chiefs and the Bengals. They're always close games that come down to like the last drive typically. So yeah, I mean that's football. Like that's true football right there.
And it's funny you bring that game up. That's a great game to bring up too. That's an anticipated game. Is now we don't know what's going on with the Chiefs this year. Like that Super Bowl whooping that y'all put on them.
You damn right.
Is that like did that destroy? I mean, they're still a dynasty, but can they recover from that? What type of season are they gonna have? Are they going to be the Chiefs of old and win close games almost every week and then have to have a good record and get back to winning Super Bowls? Because it's still Super Bowl or bust for the Kansas City Chiefs. It still is. So until they totally knocked out, once you lose that Super Bowl, let's see what happens the next year. And that's why that's going to be a good, important game and see where they – what's it, Week 9?
Week 9.
Where they going to be record-wise come Week 9.
You know what? And I was just talking to Jalen. And for those who don't know, I got a homie named Jalen who's a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and we've been going back and forth for years, for the Super Bowl matchups. And I told him, I was like, "Yo, what's up, man? The season dropped. Like, the season schedule dropped. How you feel?" He's like, "Man, I ain't look at it, but I think my boy's gonna be all right with it." I'm like, "Listen, y'all not fooling nobody, damn it. I know what the Chiefs are doing.
What they doing?
Mahomes went and got a new haircut." His little brother, who the whole world thought was fruity, pops up with a girlfriend. They're quiet. They're not making no noise.
They are quiet.
They're quiet. They're not making zero noise. I know what they're doing. They're like an evil villain and its evil layer planning its plot to take over the world.
They are quiet. They have been quiet. Everybody.
They're gonna come out guns blazing.
Yeah.
They're gonna come out how we came out after we lost the Super Bowl to them.
Hey, stop comparing the franchises, dude. You can't compare the Chiefs to they're a dynasty. You guys aren't a dynasty.
I just compared the situation. They have one more. That's all I did was compare the situation.
You guys aren't a dynasty.
First off, they're not a dynasty.
They are a dynasty.
What makes a dynasty?
What you mean? How many they won? And
they have 3. What makes
that's
it?
That's it.
That's a dynasty. If you have 3,
what 3
within 10 years? That makes a dynasty.
10, and they've been dominating. Right?
Does that?
Yeah, because it was going for a 3-peat.
So does that make a dynasty?
Yeah, because they won 1 with Tariq and 2 without Tariq, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't a 10-year gap, though.
Okay, what, 5 years?
No, I'm just making sure, because I got to get my dynasty.
Yeah, I want to know what makes a dynasty.
3 and 5 years is a dynasty.
3 and 5 years.
Yes.
I agree. I think it's been 3 and 6, so I don't think it's been 5.
Okay, well, that's their dynasty. So
3 and 6?
y'all are not a dynasty.
Yeah.
You're the reigning Super Bowl champion.
All I did was compare the situation.
Okay, well, I had to slow you down.
But all I did was say that coming off of a Super Bowl loss, you're hungry. That. Okay. That's all I said.
I had to mess up them double Dutch ropes, because sometimes you'll get going, and I got to make sure you come back down to earth. That's all, because you'll get going, man.
That's all I said. But anyway, they're plotting. I know a quiet dog.
Yeah.
A quiet wolf is a hungry wolf.
Right.
They're plotting.
Yeah.
They're not going to come out a slouch. They're not going to come out and let every team do to them what we did to them in the Super Bowl. Right. I'm just saying that now. They addressed the offensive line off Bucks. They know. I mean, every team did that.
Yeah.
Commanders. We put the blueprint out. But let me not get carried away.
No,
but
you did.
We put the blueprint out of how to be a dominant NFL team. Get a good D-line. How we draft from the inside out. And people always be like, "Oh, why don't you get these flashy players?" No, we're going to get Lane Johnson in the first round. We're going to get Brandon Graham in the first round. We're going to get Jalen Carter in the first round. We're going to get Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith. He drafts from the inside out. And it proved to be...
Eagles got a good front office.
Yeah, it proved to be good in the Super Bowl. All right, so enough for that. Let's get into the grand scheme of things.
Okay.
We have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys to start the season. Week 1, Thursday night in Philly. First off, as a Cowboy fan, when you saw that, because nobody saw this coming, pause, and you get the notification, okay, week 1, we got, Dallas at Philly. What went through your mind when you first saw that?
I was licking my chops. I was excited.
Why so?
Because I think week 1 is going to be a stable game for the Cowboys and to knock you guys off your high horse.
I mean, it's a tall task. That's no easy task.
Well, we have a history of beating y'all. It's not a tall task to beat the Eagles.
When was the last time y'all beat us? 2-3 seasons ago?
No, it's not a tall task to beat the Eagles. What are you talking about? We've been splitting up until last season.
Listen, no. Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you mean you're known for beating us? Let's talk recently. Within the past 3 seasons, last year we swept y'all. The year before that,
we had a backup quarterback and we was banged up, dude. Come on, man. You can't.
We won a
everything.
Super Bowl with a backup quarterback.
A lot of teams have. You can't just do us like that. You're getting very disrespectful.
What I'm saying is, last year we swept y'all.
Yes.
You want to go with this backup stuff? Cool. Even though you said
but
Cooper.
That's what happened, though.
But that's not an excuse. It's a professional
Let me tell you
team.
something. I would rather go to bat with the Eagles with my starting quarterback, Dak Prescott, versus Cooper Rush.
Anybody would rather have their starter.
I don't know. I'm just talking about me and you.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just telling you that's what I would rather do.
All I'm saying is this. Last year we swept y'all. The year before that, it went 1-1. The year before that, it went 1-1.
Right.
So how are y'all known for beating us? As of recently, how are y'all known for beating us?
You just named recently.
Yes.
You just named it.
We have 2 more wins.
Okay, so y'all that much dominant of us? That's what I want. That's the question.
I didn't say we was. This came from you saying y'all have our number. Y'all don't. We have y'all number, if anything.
I'm gonna tell you something.
But I'm not talking about the past 3 seasons. I'm talking about.
Well, I'm just telling you. I think we. Okay, how about this? We have the formula to beat the Eagles. What's wrong with saying that?
Any team technically has a formula to beat
so
the
what
Eagles.
what am I saying is incorrect here? What you want me to say?
Because it started with you saying y'all are known for beating us.
We do. We are known. We go back and forth like Rocky and Apollo. We go back and forth. Y'all whoop us, we whoop y'all.
Split.
Y'all whoop us, we whoop y'all.
That's not known for beating us. That's known for being neck and neck.
Okay, so
you saying known for beating us sounds like y'all are known for kicking our ass. It's neck and neck, but we have 2 more than y'all over the past 3 seasons.
Okay. All right. So what's the question? I'm confused.
So you licked your chops when you first saw that we're playing y'all week 1.
Yes, because I think you guys are gonna have a Super Bowl hangover this season. Teams have had Super Bowl hangovers.
Absolutely.
Right? We saw what the Warren Sapp's Bucks did in 2002. We seen the 2015 Broncos. We
happens
seen
all the time.
The damn 2007 Patriots. We seen
the
guys,
Panthers after they went.
No, I'm talking about guys
winning.
who go winning. Yeah,
Okay.
I ain't talking about losing. I'm talking about winning. Y'all won it.
Yeah,
So,
it happens.
Because y'all trying to go repeat and all that good stuff. So I just think we're gonna be healthy, ready to go, and week 1, and we gotta get some respect put back on our name that was lost last season.
All right.
Last season.
Easier said than done. Before we get into the next question, let's read some of these comments. On YouTube, Bobby Bottle, shout out to Bobby Bottle, says, bro, you should be pissed off that the NFL scheduled the Cowboys versus the Eagles week 1. Philadelphia loses the opportunity to play Dallas late in the season in cold weather in the Northeast. I'm going to disagree with you. I think, and we'll get into this, but I can speak about it now. I'm going to disagree with you, Bobby. I actually think that it's an advantage that we play Dallas early. And here's why, Q. Because Dak hasn't played since when he tore his hamstring? What was that, like 4, 5, 6?
Early last season, yeah.
So he hasn't played since early last season, tore his hamstring, which is a lingering ass injury, and he had surgery on it. He tore it. He didn't pop it. He tore it. So he's coming off a hamstring injury that he hasn't played since week 6. The team isn't in sync. A lot of players were injured. A lot of people coming off of big injury. Trayvon Diggs, he tore his ACL. Like, these are injuries that, granted, with technology now, you can recover faster, but it's still not a 2-month recovery process. And playing in mini camp and playing in preseason is different from regular season speed. And we talked about that. It's way different. Way, way, way different. Not only that, they get George Pickens, I get that, but he's not going to be completely in sync with Dak to start the season. So I think it's an advantage for the Eagles because y'all aren't going to be in complete sync. Now, we are definitely from an offensive standpoint and even from a defensive standpoint, because we still have the head man in charge, Vic Fangio. We're just plugging a few defensive line, plugging in a corner to replace Slay, and plugging in the safety to replace C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But we're going to have a safety and Sidney
Portier, Sidney Sweeney,
and Sidney Chase.
Sidney Dean.
I don't know why I
White
can't
man
remember
can't
Sidney's
jump.
last name, but we're more in sync. You know what I mean? And we're going to be coming off that momentum because we played in February. Y'all last time we playing was what, December?
Well, first of all, you're wrong. Bobby what?
Bobby Bottles.
Shout out to Bobby Bottles. Bobby Bottles is you sound like a Dick Tracy character. Bobby Bottles is definitely 100% correct. Because number one, you talking about his NSYNC stuff. I don't know if you talking about Justin Timberlake. I don't know what NSYNC song you talking about.
Good one.
We're going to be in sync. That's what training camp is there for. That's what
It's a different speed.
Come on, these are professional athletes, dude.
Come on,
man. This ain't Shador Sanders trying to get in sync with the wide receivers.
It don't matter,
Q. It
Q.
does matter. Hell, it don't matter. It does matter. Like, you said it yourself. The technology these days, you got guys recovering from ACL surgeries. Thomas Davis, 3 of them. Guys recovering from Achilles tears. We don't seen this before, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We don't seen this before. So, I mean, a few years back, Dak Prescott ankle went right. Like, you seen what happened.
I remember.
So guys recovering. It's going to be fine. Y'all in trouble. That's all.
Here's my thing.
Y'all in trouble.
You're saying that they're going to be able to catch up in training camp and preseason. It's a different speed, first and foremost. I know they're professional, but you see it all the time, Q. This is a real thing. We've gone through it because we don't play in the preseason.
That's
and we
y'all.
may start out shaky, but I'm saying we're professionals, just like you said.
Yeah.
Teams, listen, man, we can put up a poll. Preseason and training camp speed and conditioning is way different from game speed. I'm not saying it's impossible for y'all to come out in sync, but it's very improbable. That's all I'm saying. Not only that, but you're going to have Dak, who's coming off a torn hamstring, without Ty, what's his name? Ty Martin? What's the two Hall of Fame offensive lines that y'all don't even have
Zach
anymore?
Martin and Smith. Yeah.
Ty Smith and Zach Martin. Y'all don't have y'all best O-line anymore, and you're going against a dominant-ass defensive front in the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right. That's why we
with
drafted
Jalen Carter, who's going to win defensive MVP or defensive player of the year. So it's not like you're going against a average defensive line.
TJ Watt retired?
Nope. It's not
okay.
like you're going against an average line. You mean to tell me that out the gate, we're coming off a hamstring injury, not being in sync, not being in the game speed sync, without your two best offensive line going against a dominant defensive front in the Philadelphia Eagles, and we saw what we just did to the Chiefs.
Right.
You're saying that's not a disadvantage?
I don't think it's a disadvantage. You guys got a great defense, but like I say, you acting like as if you putting so much on this first game. You put a lot on it. You putting a whole lot on it.
I'm just saying what's happening.
I know, but you're not the 72 Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? You act like you guys are the 72 Dolphins. You were a great team. You had a great historic year. It's okay. We finna see. I'm just telling you, you act like it's just, how in the hell y'all gonna beat us? What you mean how we're gonna beat you?
I didn't say that. I said, how is it not?
Then you act like George Pickens.
You're putting
Like,
words in my
we
mouth.
don't need a year for George Pickens to come over there and run routes for Dak Prescott to throw footballs to him.
I'm not going to sit here and let you put words in my mouth. Pause. I didn't say that. How are you going to beat this? I said, how is it not a disadvantage with everything I laid out?
I laid out
you
stuff too.
And you didn't answer it. All you said
What
was,
you mean?
you don't need training camp to be in sync. I said, how is that not a disadvantage going against number one defense from last season, top 3 defensive front, and you're losing your best 2 offensive line, and Dak is coming off of hamstring surgery? How is that not a disadvantage? Off of a team who's going to be dropping their banner from just winning the Super Bowl at home.
Right.
And we all know what the energy that the link brings. Let me tell you, watching that
We're gonna
playoff.
see Brian Dawkins crawl out there on his damn knees, and for some reason y'all think that's exciting. It's boring to me.
It obviously
like a big
works.
ass roach, a big ass black flag to spray that shit out of them. But listen, all stats go to 0. All stats go to 0. They go to 0. They go to 0. That's all. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be 50-0. I just think it's going to be a good game, and we're going to come out on top. And you can lay all this stuff out you want to. I can lay stuff out too as well, but you're acting as if you guys were the 72 Dolphins, and you was nowhere near that.
I didn't say that. I just said we had I said we have a dominant defensive line. We're coming off of a Super Bowl run. Our offense is 100% still intact.
Have you ever heard of a Super Bowl hangover? Right, you have, right?
I have.
Okay.
I don't see that happening with us.
Okay.
This wasn't the first time that we like went far. We've gone far multiple times in the past 3 seasons. Like I mean, I don't know, but. Like
2 years ago, we went to the same place. We both got ass whooped the first round.
No, okay, that's one season, Q. When was the last time I went to the Super Bowl? We went twice in 3 years.
You have.
You want to focus on that one time we lost in the first round? Cool, kudos, you got it. We fell to y'all level that 1 year. It's never happening again,
Our
brother.
level?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all are known for first round exits.
Okay.
First round knockout. What was that LL Cool J and Cannabis diss?
Second round knockout.
Second round knockout. Okay.
Right.
Y'all ain't even that. Y'all first round knockout.
Not necessarily. We beat Tom Brady, went to the second round. Don't forget that. So you so ready to say first round, and that's not true. I'm not. Hey man,
It's true for the majority.
no. Sometimes we didn't even make the playoffs.
It's true for the majority. For the number of times that y'all have with Dak, y'all are the majority times lost in the first round. Let's get the game prediction.
Let's go.
Eagles, Cowboys, game prediction week 1. What you got?
I got a Cowboys about what? Hold on, I got my paper right here. We definitely winning the damn game. Cowboys by a touchdown.
Cowboys by a touchdown.
By a touchdown.
Okay, so they cover the spread. The spread is already -7 Philly.
It's what?
-7
7?
Philly. Yeah.
Like I said, man, I go back to the hangover and Jalen Hurts. Let's see if he could maintain that type of play.
There we go. We've been hearing
Because
it. We've been hearing it for 3 seasons. Come on, lay it out.
Well, yeah, he just excelled, and he hushed a lot of his critics by winning the Super Bowl. But now let's see if he can maintain it, because I go back to quarterbacks who played at a high level, MVP type level, and they wasn't able to maintain it. So I don't have Jalen Hurts. I had at my top 10 quarterback list. I do beginning of the season. I had him number 8. And ESPN didn't have him on a top 10 at all, and he went and won a Super Bowl. But he's always been questioned about his consistency. So
he's always been questionable about his consistency. Yet he's made it to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years and balled out in both Super Bowls. But
you're hearing what I'm saying. So I'm. This is not the first time you're hearing this.
No,
right?
I'm gonna tell you who I hear it from.
Who?
I do hear it.
Oh, that's all I'm saying.
I hear it from
yeah,
Chris Sims.
yeah.
I hear it from. What's the JT Daniels? Is that his name on Fox?
What about Damian Woody?
Damian Woody. Okay, go ahead.
He says it too, and
Cool.
he got rings.
Cool, but you want to know who says the opposite?
Who?
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Michael Vick, Randall Cunningham.
Right.
Super Bowl winning MVP Drew Brees. Super Bowl winning MVP quarterbacks who played the position.
Right.
Michael Jordan even. It's funny how they tend to say the opposite of what the average
He's a Jordan brand guy.
Can I please finish? It's funny how they tend to say the opposite of what Hall of Fame or Super Bowl winning MVP quarterbacks have to say about Jalen Hurts.
Right.
I just find that funny. I'm gonna just say that because I could be all day with that. But okay, so you have y'all winning by 7. All right. Do you think?
Yeah, because I said before last season, and Jalen Hurts had the same amount of wins as in the playoffs as Dak Prescott. Dak was 2-5. Jalen was 2-3. He caught fire last season and won a Super Bowl. So that has a lot to say with it, because we know Jalen had a few seasons where he was 8 wins, and the last 3 seasons he's like I said, Cam Newton has the perfect example. Cam Newton had 8 starting seasons of 14 or more games and 3 almost winning seasons.
I can't believe you're comparing Cam Newton and Dak Prescott to Jalen Hurts.
What's wrong with doing that? They all black quarterbacks, and they all had certain attributes about their game. They use their legs. They could throw. What's wrong with comparing them to?
Because they
what's
don't.
wrong with that?
Because
nobody's a Hall of Famer.
Because Cam and Dak never produced. That's why it's wrong with that.
Well, Cam's a regular season MVP.
So is Dak Prescott. Well, he didn't win it, but I'm saying Dak Prescott goes off in the regular season.
Cam has the MVP.
Okay.
That means a lot in the NFL. That means a lot.
Oh, it does, but I
Come on,
don't
D.
care.
Come on, D. You can't shrug your
It's
shoulders.
cool, but he lost the Super Bowl and
know,
never went
dude.
back.
Super Bowls are hard
What
to
is
win,
Cam-
man.
but-
It's hard to win.
Yeah.
Dan Marino went his second year and never went back.
But we're not talking about Dan. We're talking about Cam and Dak being compared to Jalen Hurts, who produces.
There's nothing wrong with
They
doing
don't
that.
produce.
He produced.
They produce in the regular season, yes. And honestly, I know it's
in the postseason. He went to the Super Bowl. He just got his butt kicked. That's
he
all.
didn't produce the main goal. We know what the main goal is.
Yeah.
Cam didn't produce. Dak doesn't even get there. Now, regular season, they're amazing, and I'll even throw Lamar Jackson in this because he's not let off the hook. And I know we got some Ravens fans tuning in. Lamar ain't off the hook with this neither.
So wait a minute. Who can I compare Jalen Hurts to? They have had to win a Super Bowl. That's what you're telling me? Because that's a goofy ass conversation to have.
Yes,
that's
at this
goofy.
point, yes. But see, that's what
Come on, man, that's goofy. Dude.
How?
So,
because regular season, you can put him at number 10. I don't even care.
So here's the thing. This is why that conversation goofy. What you're saying?
How?
Only could compare Jalen Hurts to Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Now here's the thing. Can there be multiple Super Bowl winning quarterbacks?
Sure.
Or they don't have to have one ring?
It doesn't matter.
Come on.
Either one. But the
That's
thing is,
goofy as hell.
maybe our perspectives are different because I look at the playoff. I look at what you do in the playoffs. I contribute that to your legacy as a quarterback.
Everybody does.
And that's all I'm saying. I don't care about your regular season stats. I don't care.
No, I care about them somehow because
I mean a little, but I don't
say a lot. I'm with you. I care about them a little
somewhat,
bit. Yeah.
but in comparison to postseason, I don't care. Like Dak Prescott, what is Dak Prescott known for?
He's known for not showing up in the postseason like Lamar Jackson is.
Boom.
Yeah.
Now Jalen Hurts.
It's a narrative.
Okay, let's say Jalen Hurts is known for being inconsistent in the regular season. Now, would you rather take Dak Prescott, who has amazing regular season numbers but inconsistent in the playoffs, or would you rather take Jalen Hurts, who's inconsistent in the regular season but shows his ass off in the postseason? Which one of those two would you?
He just did that.
Please answer my question.
He just did that.
No,
though.
he didn't. No, he did. He's been. Which one of those two would you take?
To win a Super Bowl?
Q. Would you
But
take?
you not finish it. You just said showed your ass in the regular season to what avail?
No, showed your ass in the playoffs.
I mean,
and win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, of course you want to win a Super Bowl.
That's all I'm saying. That's literally the whole point of my
But
combo.
he just did that though. You're
Q.
speaking,
He did it twice.
I know. We're talking about winning a Super Bowl, right? That's what you said. You're acting as if
Going holds weight too.
I know, but
if you win it as well. If you just go and lose like Joe Burrow, he just went and lost.
Yeah.
Okay, and Cam Newton, he just went and lost. Okay, and but to go back and win it, and even let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
His Super Bowl loss, he balled out. He was the best player on the field of that game. He didn't win it, but he was the best player on the field in that game. He balled out.
They set a record though by getting beat.
I'm not talking about our defense. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say
The
it.
defense. What you mean?
Go ahead. We set a record.
Oh,
by,
so now you're separating.
go ahead. We set a record. But we set a record for what?
You can't separate them, man.
We
Come
set
on,
a record
one
for
is
what?
a team, you lose at a team. You can't do that. You separate. You're Captain America shielding Jalen Hurts right now, and it's pathetic.
Nah.
It's damn near pathetic.
It's not. I'm just saying I'd rather take a quarterback who produces. Y'all let us know in the comments.
But he just produced this.
No, he did not.
Did you not just
He's
hear
been
me?
producing for two. If we're talking Super Bowl producing, he's done it twice.
I just gave you the number. Like, I don't like to take people to math class because I don't want people to fall asleep. I don't do the math class talk. But sometimes when you're doing sports, you may want to bring out a few numbers here and there, here and there, here and there. All right? I'm just saying before he won those 4 playoff games, just go around and win a Super Bowl. Congratulations. Before that, he had the same amount of wins in the postseason as Dak Prescott, which stood at 2.
Wait, when are we talking?
I got it right here. Dak's 2-5, Hurts was 2-3 in the playoffs. Before
In 3 seasons?
Who? What you mean 3 seasons?
Jalen Hurts. He was
2-3 in the playoffs his whole career before they caught fire and they won a Super Bowl this past season.
But what about the season when he went to the Super Bowl? Are you counting that? Because that was how many playoff wins? Giants.
I think y'all had a bye, right?
Yeah, it was Giants, Niners, and then we lost. So those are the 2 playoff wins you're talking about.
And the other ones, he got his ass kicked.
So we're talking, what, 3 seasons?
I'm just telling you, they
I know,
both had
I know.
2. He had 2. He had 2. Now, of course, he blew that ass out the water and he got a ring. I'm just saying we got to see if he could be able to maintain that high level Super Bowl quarterback winning play. Because Cam Newton won MVP in 2015, he couldn't maintain it. He couldn't maintain it. That's why Drew Brees,
I don't get this.
Eli, you don't get what you mean. You don't get Ben.
I don't get why this is the people are still saying that he has to prove that he can maintain good play.
No, he proved it. Now we got to see if he can maintain it. Why you can't understand that? He's at the top of the mountain. My thing is, can he stay there? Damn, this is easy tonight.
Because is this the
Patrick Mahomes stayed there?
Answer this. Is this the first time he fell off last year, Mahomes? Is this the first time that Jalen Hurts was at the top of the mountain as far as his play?
Yes, because he won the Super Bowl.
But when we went to the Super Bowl,
that's not being at the top of the mountain. No,
he was second team All Pro.
That's not being at the top of the. You
Jesus
asking me?
Christ,
you asking
he was
me?
second team All Pro.
That's cute.
Went to the Super Bowl,
right?
But that's not high level play.
No, you said top. I said top of the mountain. Top of the mountain.
What does that mean?
That means
only one person can be at the top of the mountain.
You damn right.
So when Brady and Manning were going neck and neck, only one could be at the top of the mountain.
Right. Now you're getting it. The quote Judge Mathis. There you go.
Wait. So you're saying? I don't get it. Only one player can be at the top of the mountain. So you're saying Jalen Hurts was the best quarterback in the NFL last year?
He wasn't the best quarterback in the NFL last year, but he's at the top of the mountain because he led his team. He helped his team.
But only one quarterback can be at the top of the mountain.
Absolutely. He won a Super Bowl.
So he was the best QB last year.
I wouldn't give him the best QB. No. I want to give him the best QB.
What's the distinction between best quarterback and top of the mountain?
He wasn't the best QB.
This is too easy.
No, his team won a Super Bowl, so you got to put him at the top of the mountain. He's at the top. All your players are at the top right now. They're at the top of the mountain. So y'all are defending reigning champions.
So only if a quarterback wins the Super Bowl, they're at the top of the mountain.
And to me, yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't be disrespectful and say Patrick Mahomes is at the top of the mountain and he ain't win the Super Bowl. Because Jalen Hurts did play well. He played well enough to get that title to be at the top of the mountain for winning the Super Bowl. What's wrong with that? Now, my thing is, let's see if he can maintain that high-level type play. I gave it a classic example of Cam. That's what I'm saying about Cam Newton. Cam was dope. But when he got there, man, his numbers went down. He couldn't maintain it. That's why every year when they was playing, Peyton Manning, it'd be about 5 days. It'd be like 5 players who was always in the talk for MVP beginning of the season, regular season. Big Ben, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Because they maintain that type level of play. Cam didn't. He dropped. He dropped. So my thing is, Jalen's up there. Jalen's getting props. Now let's see if he can make him and his loop earrings. Well, earring, I think I had 1 or 2. I don't know, because he got just like a damn pirate. Let's see if he, Pirates of the Caribbean, if he can maintain that type level of play. Look how easy I broke that down for you. It's no hating over here. I just want to see if he can maintain. Yeah. You should want to do the same thing.
I mean, right? but I'm confused because...
Now, come on, man. How you confused, man?
Because y'all been saying this since his second in ballot for MVP because he got hurt and he was second team All Pro. Since that season when he balled out, since then, people have been saying that.
Right.
So he's had 2 great seasons. One, he was second team All Pro, second in MVP voting, but lost the Super Bowl. The other, he goes to the Super Bowl, and in the playoffs, he goes off.
He did.
But people are still saying, can he maintain good play?
No, right.
And one more thing. He's been to the playoffs every year as a starter.
Yes. And 2 of those playoffs appearances before last year, he didn't win the game. And we know, I told you, he had 2 wins.
He lost to the Bucks. He lost to the Bucks
somebody
twice.
else too. Oh, twice. Okay.
But my thing is, like, he's done that.
But that's people shut up now because he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well,
it was 2 narratives. The first narrative was, can he lead him? Can he lead him? Can he lead him? He led him and lost. But he heard some more criticism. And his demeanors at his post-game press conference, what your boy call it, Foxworth?
Pretty privilege, ridiculous.
But he led him, so y'all got to shut up. He led him. Not only he led him, he won the chip, the big diamond.
Right.
As we say in Dallas, we got 5 of them.
It's corny.
So now my thing is, can he maintain that type level play? That's all I'm saying.
Do you think he can?
Hell no.
I love it.
Hell to the quote Whitney Houston, hell to the no.
I love it. All right, let's get into Eagles Cowboys week 1. What would a You know what? To make it interesting, let's
What's
talk
that?
about our own team.
Okay.
What would a L mean? Week 1, Eagles versus Cowboys. What would a L mean for the Cowboys? I want you to answer, and I'm going to answer what an L would mean for the Eagles to start the season with an L.
L for the Cowboys. When I get my stuff down here. L for the Cowboys, it'd be an expected L from the football gods and the football analysts and people like you and me who be breaking down football. It'd be an expected L.
Please elaborate.
Well, people got us going. We said we're a 7-point underdog right now. So they're expecting us to get his ass kicked. And we will have to do work because in week 2, as a matter of fact, our schedule isn't so bad after that if we lose to the Eagles. We got the Giants, Bears, Packers, Jets, and Panthers.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't detour our season. It'll be a smack in the face, losing right at the gate to the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions who was in our division. And it'd be an expected L, but it wouldn't be that bad of an L because our next 5 games, all of them are very winnable.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't tear us down too much.
Okay. So actually for us, it's the opposite because our stretch to start the season is nasty. But to answer the question, what an L from Dallas Cowboys would mean, in the grand scheme of things, week 1 isn't a huge deal to lose to. But what it would mean is that we'd really be missing our pieces that we lost, especially on the defensive line
Well, you
side.
just named all these future Hall of Famers. You just named them about 20 minutes ago. Now you already reneging? Because if you reneging, you got to give me 3 books.
I'm not reneging.
You got to give me 3 books.
If we lost, that's why I wanted us to answer it for our own team because it makes it interesting because we have to be non-biased. We can't be subjective. I said if we lost, do I think we're going to lose? Absolutely not. But if we do,
You just named all these people.
yeah. Exactly, and that's why I'm saying if we did lose, then the people that we lost to free agency, they hold a lot more weight than we thought. Because I imagine it will come down to that because there's no way y'all are stopping our D-line, especially from last year. But if y'all slow down the D-line from this year, then it's like, okay, we gotta improve these dudes to get to the level that we were at last year. That's what I mean.
If you lose, y'all facing 0-2. Because
No,
you play
we're
the
not.
Kansas City Chiefs next week.
We have their number in the regular season.
Wow.
We do.
Well, let me tell you something.
Well, no, it's
You
1-1. It's 1-1 in the regular
You
season.
still be facing the 0-2. If you're 0-1, start the season, you're facing the 0-2.
It's possible.
I ain't saying you're gonna be 0-2, but you're facing on. Now you can't take that from me.
It's
You're
possible.
facing 0-2.
It's possible.
And last time you was 0-2, you end up winning 4 games. And guess who was your quarterback the last 5 games of that season? And he went 1-4. That damn Jalen Hurts.
That was a terrible season, and Jalen Hurts was a rookie. What do you expect him to do? But
Because
anyway,
Jaden Daniels as a rookie went on the road and won 2 playoff games
with a great team. I just said we were a bad team. No. I said we were. No. I said we were a bad team. Jalen Hurts, the year that he took his rookie year when Carson Wentz was quarterback, we were a terrible team.
You just said he was a rookie. What you expect him to do? And
On a bad team.
I'm answering it by saying
On a bad team.
Okay, what about Bo Nix? The Broncos aren't a good team.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They have a top 5 defense.
Okay. Now the Broncos a good damn team. It's okay to say Jalen Hurts got his ass cooked on this. The comments probably agreeing with me, so because you got some intelligent people on the comments.
Not gonna lie, NFL has it out for the Cowboys. They might go the whole season defeated. Eagles better. But anyway, all I was saying was that do I have an extra light over there? My bad. Give me 1 second. Technical.
Technical difficulties. Did the difficulties of technical. My rhymes are remarkable.
Un momento, mommy, slow your tempo.
I'm the birthday boy. All I do is get cake.
I forgot what I was saying, but what were we talking about?
Somehow Jalen Hurts isn't a top 10 quarterback or something.
Nah, we were talking about Jalen Hurts was on a bad team his rookie season, and he got thrown into the fire.
I gave that stat to you, which you wasn't expecting at all.
And
like
then you
my
said
cousin
Broncos.
Felicia's pregnancy. And so And I gave an example of a rookie quarterback who did have a good year. And so, yeah, whatever.
Jay in the comments said, Commanders had a great team. Listen, if you go to the NFC Championship, you're not a bad team. They had a really good defense. Dan Quinn's doing his thing. They had I'll give them they were a good team. Like, everyone's expecting them to do good this year. I don't think they'll do as good as they did last year. I think they'll kind of get figured out from these defensive coordinators throughout the league. I think they'll slow down Jaden Daniels, but you can't make it to the NFC Championship not being a good team. But all I'm saying is I
didn't say that about their team. I'm talking
I'm talking about the comment section. Oh. Someone asked if the Commanders had a great team. What do you think? Did the Commanders have a great team last season?
They have a great team.
I think good.
They had a good team.
Okay, let's say good. That's fair.
Yeah, we throw too many words around. Generational talent, great team. We throw too many words around.
Okay, I agree. Let's say good. They had a good team.
They had a good team.
But the Eagles had a bad team Jalen Hurts rookie year.
I don't know.
You just said we lost the first two.
Well, you still could have had a good team underachieved. You could have did that too. When y'all high on Carson Wentz?
Up until he stuck up the joint, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He stuck up the joint.
Okay.
Why do you think he left?
Okay.
You know what, let's do this. Eagles versus Cowboys.
What you got?
Top 3 excuses from the opposing team once our team wins. So I'll let you go first. Once the Cowboys win, what's going to be the top 3 excuses from Eagles fan? And then I'm going to go vice versa. I'll let you go first.
The football field we was playing on was bad.
That's a good one.
I've never heard a fan base bitch and moan about playing on the. They act as if like when they on the football field and then they punt the ball or whatever. Superman comes out of nowhere and picks up both teams and put them on another field. Let the opposing team run their offense, and that's over. Superman comes back. I've never heard. That's the dumbest thing. A football field we was playing on was bad. We was slipping all over the place. That excuse is annoying. You guys should be ashamed of your damn self for saying that. The field you was playing on was bad.
I assume you're talking about when we said that about the Super Bowl.
You're always saying that.
No. We only.
Oh yeah. We
only said that about the. No. We said it twice. I'll give you that.
You always said.
We said it about the Super Bowl when we lost to the Chiefs. I mean, case in point. I mean,
I lost count how many times you said, brother. I
only said it twice, but I only truly meant it in the Super Bowl when we lost to the Chiefs. But I mean, come on, man. Every play, our defensive ends were slipping.
And you said with a straight face, too.
And we didn't get a single sack. Now, look at what happened on the regular field with a not as number-wise. Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
Number-wise, listen, the year we lost the Super Bowl, we were second of all time in sacks in a single season. And we didn't touch Mahomes once in the Super Bowl. Now, we have a defensive line who didn't have half the numbers as opposed to 2 years ago, who had 5+ sacks, was on Mahomes' ass like stink on shit.
Yeah, the good game.
Because we were on a good field. That field was BS. I'm sorry, it is.
So what happened when Saquon ran over 200 yards in the snow? What about that field?
It was a good field.
In the snow?
Yes.
You don't see how crazy you sound
right now? But he didn't have to but we're not talking about that. We're talking about defensive line.
I'm talking about
it was a good field. It was a good field.
A snowy field is a good field.
It wasn't heavy snow, Q.
What?
It was out there, but it wasn't like thick, heavy 12 inches of snow. We have a good field.
I'm just telling you that's one excuse I hear all the time from Eagles fans, the field we was playing on. I think you guys should be ashamed of your damn self.
So you think if we lose, we're going to say our field was bad?
That's all I hear. That's one of the 3 things I hear
our
from you
own
guys.
Field. You're going to think we switched to Bermuda for that game?
I don't know. Y'all say it. It's what y'all say.
That's a good one. So I'll go number 3 or number 1.
Yeah.
When Cowboys lose, the first thing I'm going to say is that they're rusty, that their team was injured last year, like you're saying, that Dak didn't play last year since whatever week. They're going to say they're rusty. They're going to say that.
They were rusty.
It's week 1. We're rusty. We're in sync. Our injured players haven't caught up to speed. Yeah. They're going to say that.
That's what training camps and preseason's for.
But it's different. Game speed and training.
So what happens when the starters play in that preseason game? That's not game speed?
It's preseason speed. It's not regular season. It's different. Okay. It's different.
All right.
What you got next?
Next, another excuse the Eagles fans here after they lose a game with the Cowboys week 1. Coach Sirianni didn't prepare us. No accountability. I have yet to meet a Philadelphia Eagles fan ever. I'm talking about since Randall Cunningham days. Take accountability for nothing. I asked Reggie White will come to our studio. Rest in peace, Reggie White. And I think, he was the pastor of Payne then.
Minister.
I said, minister. I said, why y'all don't take responsibility?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Well, because we always want. I said, come on, Reggie White, man. Y'all don't take no responsibility for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Of course, I didn't cuss in front of him.
Yeah.
But
he
yeah,
would have hit you with that move.
Oh yeah, I used to always joke about it. I said, man, do that move on me one time.
Yeah.
I can't do that for T, man. You'll sue me or whatever. He was cool guy. But y'all never take responsibility. You always blame your coach. He didn't prepare us. Y'all are sick. You're sick. Coach Sirianni didn't prepare you.
That's a good one, Q. All right. Yeah, we have, listen, we've been known to be on, I've even called Sirianni out once during last season, during one of my videos. I called out him and Jalen Hurts. But we hold, you said we duck accountability. Isn't that holding our players and coaches accountable?
That's holding
calling them out?
That's holding your coach accountable.
Yeah.
Not when Jalen Hurts F up. Not when the offensive line stink.
We call our players out. We're known for that. We are
Yeah.
Avonte Maddox, perfect example. Avonte Maddox, before he got his contract extension, he was a decent nickel cornerback. These past few seasons, he has been burnt toast, and we have let him know it. I know that's your point, so I'm not here to like piss on it. But
you can go ahead. I'm here for it.
We're known for holding our players accountable because we boo them.
Well, your fan base is a bunch of morons. You boo Santa Claus.
That was in like the 80s, Q. Come on, bro. Move on.
You had a jail in the bottom of your stadium.
Every stadium does.
No.
I toured M&T Bank Stadium and Raven Stadium. They have jail cells at the bottom.
Every stadium don't have no jail now.
Well, I mean, what do you want me to do? We're passionate. What do you want me to do?
The cheer for Michael Irvin when he broke his neck in his career.
I have nothing to do with that.
To throw batteries on a football field.
Colts fans booed Andrew Luck as they walked off. I don't think that represents every single one.
He walked off. Irvin had to get carted off because they thought he was dead and y'all was cheering.
We didn't think he was dead because he was moving and stuff.
Oh,
we weren't cheering.
Just paralyzed then.
Liddy Life, who from the pictures of Eagles fans, Liddy Life 3030 said, man, who is this dude? I think he's talking about you.
Talking about you. He's an
Eagles fan.
Well, he could think you're a nut. He could think you're crazy. He may want to kick you out of the Eagles fan base.
That will never happen.
Ask him.
He's talking about you. Liddy Life. Who are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, I know he's talking about you, so I'll go to answer that. Liddy Life, the gentleman in the screen right here is QCB, the real live QCB, TV personality, comedian, radio personality, all the above. But long story short, he's your typical delusional Cowboys fan.
I hadn't said anything.
I know you haven't, but again, it's embedded. It's embedded. You didn't say anything delusional, but it's embedded.
Delusional, like I told you on the last show, delusional is when keeping stickers on your fitted hats. That's delusional. Delusional is putting your sweatpants inside your socks, thinking it's cool, and when in reality you look goofy.
No, it shows off the sneaker.
That's delusional. But go ahead.
Let me get to my number 2 excuse that the Cowboys are going to give after we win. We have a new coaching staff. We have a new head coach. It's his very first game. It's our head coach's very first game. Y'all gonna say that? It's a new head coach. It's his very first game. He hasn't been proven yet. Let him prove himself. He had to prove himself against the defending Super Bowl champions. His very first game ever. It was a setup. Yeah,
that's a legit excuse.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
It is a new coach playing against the Super Bowl champions.
I'm just saying that y'all are gonna say that after we win. Y'all are gonna say that. That's what I'm saying.
That's a legit reason.
I'm
just telling you something else.
How? That's not a legit reason.
It is.
You just said y'all are going to whip our ass.
No.
You have George Pickens. You have Dak Prescott, who's been there for 10 years and 2 playoff wins.
Right.
You have veteran players.
You asking a question as if which one of us, if our team lose. That's the base of the question. And we get right.
When y'all lose, y'all are going to say, I'm just telling you, when y'all lose, when y'all do.
Reason that's a legit thing to say. You got to give me something. That's a legit same thing to say.
How is it legit when you have the same players?
He's never coached before in the NFL. He's never coached before. That's a big team to play week 1.
He's never been a head coach.
Right, that's a big team.
It doesn't matter. Listen, you just said y'all have our number.
It do matter.
Y'all had our number under Jason Garrett, McCarthy. It don't matter. Y'all are the better team, right? Y'all are the better team.
It matters.
If you're the better team.
We haven't proved it. We haven't
Q,
proved it.
Now y'all haven't proved it. But you just said y'all going to whoop us. Y'all have our number.
That's my prediction.
Y'all are the better team, right?
That's my prediction. We haven't proven that.
No one has proven anything. It's week 0.
Right, that's what I'm telling you.
I'm just telling you that y'all are going to say that we have a new coach.
But that's a true
So
statement.
when do you expect to win? Okay, you have a new coach.
No, I'm just saying
Let's roll with this excuse. Let's roll with this. I like this.
All right.
You're saying that a legitimate excuse, and I should come up with another one, is because we have a new coach. Despite y'all having Dak Prescott, who's been with y'all for 10 years. You have CeeDee Lamb, who's had consecutive 1,000 yards. You have all these weapons, offense and defense, but our head coach is new is going to be a legitimate excuse. So when do you
It is going to be a legitimate excuse. He's new, dude.
So when will you expect him to win?
With our next 5 games after you guys is Giants, Jets, Panthers, Browns, and Bears. I expect him to get some wins right there. Absolutely. I'd rather play the Browns week 1 than the Eagles. Like, you guys are a tough team.
Damn right.
I'm agreeing with you.
But
so it is a reason to say, I mean, you throwing them in the water. Let's go. Put your big boy draws on. Let's go. You got the Eagles week 1?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go DDT them. Let's go.
Y'all are the better team, right?
I can't say that, man. I can't say that.
Oh, now you can't say you're gonna whoop us by 7, but you're not the better
team. You got
team.
a running back who had over 2,000 yards rushing,
but you're gonna beat us by a touchdown. You just said.
A better team still can lose on a day. Don't you know that?
But you're saying y'all gonna have the better team that day.
Question.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
it's about who's better that day.
And
you're saying your team is gonna be better that day.
You asking me? Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to let you sit here and say that a coach for a good football team, a new head coach, if they lose, then it's legit that everyone goes to us because it's a new coach.
It is legit. You telling me the Golden State Warriors can't say, yeah, we have Steph Curry. That's why we got beat from the series from the T-Wolves.
But it's not just Steph Curry. The whole starting 5. Y'all have your whole starting.
Stop it.
Besides Ty Smith and Zach Martin, you have your team coming back. Q.
Come on, man.
You have your defense coming back.
Except
for DeMarcus Lawrence.
You just named 2 future Hall of Famer offensive linemen we don't have. Mm-hmm. But we had. That's why when I first picked the 12th when we talked about. Excuse me, I didn't want a receiver. I want the best, biggest available offensive lineman. They'll plug one of them holes we lost. Because Dallas Cowboys, our history or whatever, we never really had a bad offense. We always had a decent offensive line. We always had a good offense. That's how Emmitt Smith won nowhere near the best running back in
Not
the
even
NFL.
top 10.
I agree, but he had a great offensive line. So all that delusional stuff, I don't know where that's coming from.
Well, speaking of which, let me just say this: y'all drafted the O-line.
Yeah,
and they asked him who does he anticipate blocking against most. You know who he said?
Carter.
Jalen Carter.
I told you, yeah. What's wrong with saying that? Yeah, he's looking for the challenge.
The delusion wears off to the rookie players for the Cowboys. He's anticipating Jalen Carter, and he's getting it week 1. Jalen Carter. Oh my God! Y'all better not try to single block. Hold on, y'all better not try to single block Jalen Carter. Y'all better not try to single block Jalen Carter. He wants Carter. He got some.
Yeah,
he got some.
Y'all are so monkey see, monkey do with this delusional word. Like y'all just use it. He's delusional because he said he want to go up against one of the best.
Because he's anticipating
What's
going
wrong
against.
with saying I can't wait to play him? That ain't delusional.
Because he's going to get his ass kicked.
Y'all don't even know how to use delusional.
Because he's going to get his ass kicked.
He
That's
may
why.
get his ass kicked.
No, ain't no may. Come on, stop it. Let's look at these comments. Shout out to Jay. Jay said, "I enjoy this banter as a Commanders fan." Listen, this is what we do 24/7. Like literally. He thinks he always making his points because he always says, "See how I dismantle that? This is too easy." But yet he goes in circles. If you ask me, I get technical.
I've been speaking intelligent this whole time.
But this is all we do. All right. But anyway, Liddy Life. He said the Cowboy guy. We asked him who he was talking about. What he said? Who is this guy? He said the Cowboy guy. He said very delusional. And then
it is. Y'all don't even know what a delusional even means.
He said you're literally naming every excuse Cowboys fans give every year.
Wow.
Shout out to you, Liddy
Life.
Life.
You don't even know what delusional even means. I ain't said nothing delusional. Because I said we're going to win a football game that makes someone delusional because they say they're going to win week 1. Come on, man. Stop it.
Did we get to our final excuse?
Nah, we got to find an excuse.
Number 1, what do you got?
We wasn't trying to win that game.
We wasn't trying to win that game.
3 things Eagles fans will say after a loss. They'll blame Sirianni. they'll say the football field was a disadvantage, and they'll say, well, we weren't trying to win that game anyway.
So you mean to tell
That
me
is the dumbest nonsense to come out of Eagles fans' mouths.
that was the dumbest excuse I've heard? You mean to tell
now
me
you know how I feel when I hear it. My
after,
man,
but Q,
Dap Dream 45 Eagles fan. My guy Gerald Covington is an Eagles fan. My man Rasan's, and they give me all these excuses. I'm telling you, they give them. You gave me the excuse about the football field. You gave me that one.
It happened.
So
it wasn't an excuse. It
Lottie
happened.
Dottie, we want to party. He said something about the football field. And these guys talking about we weren't trying to win anyway. I'm telling you, it's. I don't even label you
trying
guys.
to win anyway. But Q, you mean to tell me you really think there's a ounce of thought in the minds of the Philadelphia Eagles to not win a home game to start the season after winning the Super Bowl? We're dropping the Super Bowl banner in front of our arch nemesis, the Dallas Cowboys. You really think that there's even a half of a percentage of a thought of that? Like, there's, even if we lose, we can't say that. If we lose, we lost. We're not going to try to not win this game.
Before the game, of course, you're going to try to win the game. Before the game, of course, you're not thinking that. You asked me the question.
But you think at some point we're going to be out there like, listen, I'm not going to lie. We're not even trying to win this game. That's what you're saying.
One of the three excuses, that's what I hear a lot when y'all lose games. We weren't trying to win anyway.
But we're talking about this specific game.
Yes.
You think we would not try to win the game at any point?
You guys say it a lot to me.
Okay.
It's dumb, right?
All right.
That's your fan base.
All right.
That's your dumbass fan base.
Okay, actually someone on your side. So, okay, you know what? This is a good one, Jay. This is better than him, and he's a sports analyst and sports journalist. And yours is better. So Jay, who's a Commanders fan,
Shout out to Jay.
He said that the Eagles' excuse will be Eagles fans will also claim that this is Dallas Super Bowl if they win.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Jay, that's good.
That's a good one.
Right.
I like that.
All right. I like that. That's what's up, man.
I like that. Because now, see, I can see that happening 100%. If y'all beat us, we'll say that this is y'all Super Bowl, and then we'll compare last year's
Get on your
success.
arrogant horse.
We've 100%. I'm not even going to argue that, Jay. Listen, I said it. I'm arrogant. He's delusional. No lies.
Delusional. Y'all don't even know what it even means, man. Y'all just hear it and y'all say it.
But nah, Jay, that was a good one, man. I actually like that one. Okay, so those are good. You know what I'm saying? Good excuses. Nonetheless, it's going to be a great game. We have to live stream that game.
Yes, we do.
We have to live stream that game. We have to get a nice setup and live stream it to start off the season. Get live reactions. Ain't no ducking, because I know you don't be trying to really watch Eagles Cowboy games with me like that anymore. I think the last time we watched the game together was like,
you scream on every play.
I'm watching a football game. I'm passionate.
He screams on every play. We watched one game together. I said, man, I'm not watching no more damn games with this maniac. He screams on every play. I'm talking about come back for commercial. You got my man Collinsworth, who's awesome.
Yeah.
Al Michaels, or whoever doing the game. Every play, this moron screaming. I'm looking at him. We're in a restaurant. I said, what the hell is that here doing? They got 2 yards. Now it's 2nd and 8, and he's screaming. I said, you know what? This is it. This is my last time watching the game with day by day. Damn this. I could be at home, watch the game, and then playing Fortnite on halftime.
We haven't watched the game together in like 3 years.
You're a damn maniac.
I'm a passionate Eagles fan.
I'm just cool as a damn fan. I just be
That's
chilling.
That's you. That's
Screaming.
That's why the link is the way it is.
Just scream.
I'm passionate.
You got
I'm
2
giving
yards.
them.
You got 2 yards.
Do you know that energy is real? I'm giving my team energy. You know, you watch Dragon Ball Z?
Hell no. I'm not a virgin. What the hell's wrong with you? I watch Dragon Ball Z. Never heard of it. I've heard of How to Train Your Dragon. I've heard of The Last Dragon. I've heard of Into the Dragon.
Leroy.
Yeah, but Dragon Ball Z, I've never heard of it. I'm not no damn bird. Dragon Ball Z.
The greatest anime of all time.
I can't get with
Goku,
anime.
when he does his spirit bomb, he says, Earth, I need your energy.
Yeah.
And they feed him energy to create a spirit bomb to take down Kid Buu.
Wait a minute. And you the pause guy. And you said Kid Buu?
That's his name. Kid Buu was vicious. He was running through planets.
You know who would kick Dragon Ball Z's ass?
Who?
G.I. Joe. Transformers. Now we ain't finna talk cartoons. My cartoons will kick your cartoons ass.
Well, let's end the show like that. Well, before we do that, some comments. Okay, we have a Dallas Cowboy fan. Daryl Gale says, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm realistic. I know we ain't good. LOL. Thank you.
Okay, here's the thing. What's his name? Daryl?
Yeah.
There is a legit question. You say, you know, we ain't good. Okay. So, will we finish behind the Eagles in Washington this season? Where you think we will finish in the NFC East?
That's a good question because realistically, between the Cowboys, Eagles, and Redskins, any team could finish in any order like that.
No, I think it's y'all division of the lose. Y'all on top.
Absolutely,
right.
absolutely. But I'm just saying, if Commanders happen to be number one or Dallas happen to be number one, Giants and
no one's worried about that. We respect our opponents, but no one's worried about the Giants. They got a lot of things.
As an Eagles fan,
right?
If any other team happened to finish number one, I wouldn't think that the sky is falling because, like you said,
you still get into playoffs though.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we're known for having two to go to the playoffs, but
right,
like you said, behind 20 seasons, it's been 20 seasons I think since we've had a repeat.
Yeah, it's been.
Well, not 20. I think like 15.
It's been a while.
Since we had a repeat. You know what I mean?
Division winner.
Yeah. So Daryl said he thinks it's going to be Eagles, Dallas, and Washington.
Okay.
I think a lot of people would have that because, like I said, I think Washington will get figured out.
But Dallas still have a lot of holes. We have a lot of holes. We don't know what that running back gonna look like from Texas.
Yeah.
We have a lot of holes on defense.
Yeah.
And we got to see. But I definitely think we definitely should be better than Giants, and we'll be competing with like you said, Washington. See what Washington gonna look at. Yeah.
Jay says Cowboys will go 10-7. He's a Commanders fan, so he has no dog in this fight. He has y'all going 10-7.
Well, I saw ESPN has like winning 10-11 wins. So
look, just when I tried to give Jay some, he says it's going to be Commanders, Eagles, Cowboys, Giants. Nah, that's not a terrible take. Let me not do that. Yeah, that's not a terrible take. That's not a terrible take.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we get all three in?
That'll be dope. That could definitely happen. I think we have the best division in football. Like, okay, you talking AFC West. Chiefs are going to likely get in.
Yeah.
Denver, it's not guaranteed they're going to repeat what they did last year.
I'm just saying they did get in last year, but there's no guarantees.
Raiders, a completely new team.
Absolutely. We don't know what to expect
and
from the
Chargers
Raiders.
Always stink up the joint, even if they do go. And then if you go NFC North with AFC North, look, and boom, right on time.
What did he say?
My cousin, shout out to Alejandro, he said the AFC North is better. Not Cowboys. Steelers don't do nothing. Even if they go, Steelers are celebrated for being over 500.
Right. Go. Because I got a punt about the Steelers, but go ahead.
I think in that division you have two good teams that they can make some noise. You got Bengals and you got the Ravens.
That's it. Stop.
That's it.
That's it.
If you're talking NFC East, all three teams could for sure make the playoffs in the NFC for sure.
Right. And back to the Steelers. It's like the Steelers are comfortable with just not winning it because they won a playoff game like I think 7 years, 6 seasons, something like that. And they just comfortable with this record that Mike Tomlin continues to have.
Yeah.
Because when I compared Mike Tomlin to Mike McCarthy a year ago, it's like how black people treat you now when you ain't seen Sinners. They're ready to run you out of town.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Listen, hold on, black people. Take it easy. I'm going to see Sinners.
I'm going to see it Sunday. I'm literally going to see it Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
But I say both has one Super Bowl ring.
Right.
Both has underachieved with good, talented teams.
Right.
McCarthy and Tomlin isn't. He go the back pocket with me. Tomlin hasn't had a losing season. When they say that, they act as if Tomlin winning season all been like 14-2.
It's above 500, literally.
Couple on was 8-8. Couple on was 8-8.
Yeah.
So it's like Steelers fans have got comfortable with just keeping that narrative going on, that streak with Tomlin.
Yeah.
And that's it. They need a quarterback. They can have a lot of holes, man.
A lot.
You know, Rooney's loyal to Tomlin. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Jay said it will be easy. It will be all three to make it easy, just like when it was everyone minus the Redskins 3 years ago. Yeah, because it was Giants, Cowboys, and Eagles just 3 seasons ago. And we whooped the Giants first round, and I think that was did y'all lose first round to Niners or make it the second round? I don't know. But yeah, it's happened before.
The second round.
It's happened before.
Niners sent us home with, I think, 3 different quarterbacks.
Yeah, but let's do
two
this.
different quarterbacks.
Let's do this before we get out of here, because football wise, we kind of ran out of time. It's coming up on an hour and a half. Plus, I think my camera battery's dying. The Dragon Ball Z slander. How first and foremost, how dare you?
Yeah.
And then you said your cartoons would sweep mine.
Oh, we'll kick y'all ass.
So what do you want to do? Top 3 cartoons?
We're gonna do top 3 cartoons right out the gate. You ready?
Go ahead.
G.I. Joe, Transformers, and He-Man.
First of all, I don't think half the people even seen any of those.
Well, they gotta do their damn homework.
Name those 3 again.
Transformers, G.I. Joe, and He-Man.
G.I. Joe is good because they used to do like a crazy run thing on YouTube.
A real American hero.
Yeah, G.I. Joe is good. He said Unc gave his age, WTF. Damn, yeah, that was bad. I mean, it was cool, but okay.
What you gonna do with He-Man, a Skeletor, and a castle of Great Skull?
Daryl said he's never seen DBZ. Come on, Daryl.
There you go.
What are we doing?
Because he's not a virgin. You don't sit around and watch Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z is the perfect
Texas Instrument calculator
of anime and black people.
No one watches anime is goofy, man.
I'm saying technically, well, first off, if some anime watchers in here, watch that. But what I'm saying is Dragon Ball Z is technically anime, and black people aren't majority known for watching anime. But when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, black people grew up on Dragon Ball Z, so it's like black people anime, it mixes. Dragon Ball Z, if you ask me, is the greatest anime. Plus the video games always go crazy. But okay, let me give you top 3 cartoons.
What do we got?
Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z.
Now you gotta understand something.
Rugrats. Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold.
Okay.
Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry.
Right.
Dragon Ball Z.
All right. Well, first, this is too easy. First of all,
Codename Kid Next Door. That was a good one.
I will say this: the 90s, when I was already grown and knocking boots and stuff, had them dope ass 30-minute animated series, which was many movies. That Spider-Man animated series, that X-Men 95, 97 that came back out, which I started watching. Then you had the animated Batman series, 30 minutes apiece. Those joints was nice. Then you had Darkwing. Then you had the Disney run. Was you Darkwing Duck and all that?
Animaniacs. Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky and the Brain.
Ren and Stimpy. I might have to put Ren and Stimpy in place of Dragon Ball Z.
This your era though. I'm already up.
Like
this
Ren
your
and
era.
Stimpy.
I'm trying to help you out. Then you had Chippendales. You had that dope ass theme song DuckTales. Scrooge DuckTales. Woo.
Yeah.
Then you had Tailspin, man.
I mean,
Tailspin. Y'all had some good stuff.
Yeah.
And
But I mean, you
had
could
the goofy ass Power Rangers for some reason. Y'all thought that was dope.
I wasn't crazy about Power
Teenage
Rangers.
Mutant Ninja Turtles, all that.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Powderpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Dexter's Laboratory was fire. Samurai Jack was fire. Like, we had a great cartoon era. Yours is cool, but why is there no diversity?
No, I just named like I didn't lump them together like Looney Tunes. That's lumped together. Like the Flintstones came out in the 60s. I think Tom Jerry actually came out in the 60s.
In like the 50s probably.
That's what I'm saying. So you naming some. There's some new Looney Tune episodes out now. But yeah, but that top 10 cartoon list, I want top 10 shows like, and then y'all definitely couldn't mess with Voltron or Thundercats. You getting your ass whooped easily right now, too. It's easy.
Not even, because I mean everything is like from the same like 5-year radius that you name.
Dude, you know
Scooby Doo is goated. Yeah, honestly, you know what? Let me do this. Let me put Scooby Doo, Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
And what was that third one that I said?
You said not Ren and Stimpy.
Did I say Hey Arnold?
Yeah, Hey Arnold. I think you said Hey Arnold.
Give me Hey Arnold.
Dexter's Laboratory. You wasn't.
Dexter's is top 10. Give me Hey Arnold, Scooby Doo, and Tom and Jerry. See the diversity? That's diversity.
I know. Then you had a pup named Scooby Doo too.
Yeah. Then you had the pup named Scooby Doo with Scrappy and all that.
Who did you want? What's the girl's name? Selma,
Velma, and Daphne.
Yeah, which one did you want?
So growing up, Daphne, because she was
thinking about Walk to Selma, but go ahead.
Yeah, growing up, Daphne, because she was a pretty joint. But then once you get older, like you get that kind of like, you realize how cold like geeky joints are, like low key like nerdy joints are.
Yeah.
Then it goes over to Velma.
You damn right.
Yo, that's like a thing. Like a lot of women like dress as Velma for Halloween. It's like a nerdy kink.
Would you Jessica Rabbit or Smurfette?
Jessica Rabbit.
You damn right.
Not even close.
All you had to do was play patty cake. Well, it was on. It was about to pop out when we was watching. I said,
Rumsky. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
yeah, man.
I love that because it was like real life mixed with the cartoon and make me
First
like her
time.
even more.
Eddie Murphy was supposed to get that role as
The detective?
yeah, he
Really?
said, nah. He said, what the hell is this? Cartoons? Like, yeah, he's like, nah, I ain't. But he said, I regret it every time it come on TV.
Yeah. What? Could you imagine that? Eddie Murphy and Roger Rabbit?
It had never happened before. You know what I'm saying? It was the first
Yeah.
time it happened like that. Yeah.
So Space Jam came after that?
You know what? I think so. No, you know what? I think so.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I think Space Jam, because Roger Rabbit was like 80 in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you was.
Yeah, I didn't grow up watching Roger, but I know of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, it was
like,
a dope ass movie. Yeah.
Well, listen, Q, we're going to get more into the schedule in future episodes. We're going to break down our season prediction for each team, our record prediction, I should say.
Yes.
That's going to come. We have plenty of time before the season arrives, but yet it's going to get here quick.
Yeah, it's coming, man.
It's going to get here quick. So we got plenty of episodes. We got plenty of time to dive deeper into it. Pause. Everyone that's tuned in, thanks for sticking through. We went for an hour and a half. Shout out to everybody on Twitch, YouTube. Alex said countdown 17 weeks. There we go.
There you go, Alex.
Time is ticking.
Shout out to all the comments as well. Let me say this. We're not taking applications to join the Dallas Cowboy fan base right now. Maybe, in the future before the season start, but it's like trying to get a PSL to the Lambeau Field. That PSL out at Lambeau, it's like a 10-year wait to get on PSL to Lambeau. We're not taking applications right now, but if something changes, I'll let you guys know.
For the sake of being a sane human being, I hope y'all not anticipating being a Dallas Cowboys fan. As far as the Eagles, I mean, we had a lot of bandwagons over this past season. I personally have converted a lot of Eagles fans, but it's whatever. I don't care, but I'm not pressed for it, but I don't hate it either. But anyway, everyone tuning in, dropping comments, especially truly thank y'all. Shout out to my boy Alejandro. Man, the whole joint Alex was on here, man. Appreciate you, Alex. He said, Cowboys effing sucks. Nobody wants to support them.
That's fine. I'm just saying, we're gonna do some applications later on.
Yeah, well, listen, Q, gotta thank you, man, for pulling up. I know it's a little late. You coming
All
straight
good.
from the station, and we got it here. We knocked them out. This is only the second episode, but I like where this is going.
Yes, sir.
We're still
Yes,
feeling.
sir.
We're still feeling. Our way around. Last episode you could barely see us. It was dark as hell in the other studio. We moved into the second studio.
Yeah, we chilling.
Yeah, man, I'm liking this. So I think we're going to stay in here. We're just going to continue to make it look and sound and more appeasing for the viewers. But nonetheless, make sure y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna drop a post on the next episode we're going to do next week, which day probably be Thursday or Friday. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But just look at the community tabs if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Twitch, go to the YouTube page. You can follow that. But you got any last words before we tune out?
That's it, man. Shout out to my fellow Dallas Cowboy fans, man, and our owner, Uncle Jerry Jones, who's a little bit racist, but that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. And man, and just that's it. Follow me on Instagram at RealQCB. My YouTube channel, The Real QCB. Twitter, what's Twitter called now? Malcolm X. Yeah, at Real QCB. And just hold it down, man. I enjoy. I am my boy day by day, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Jay, man. Commanders fan said, great stream. I'll definitely tune in for the next one.
Jay, Lottie Dottie, we like the party.
Yeah, and he's a Commanders fan. He said, gotta know what the ops talking about. I feel that, man. Everyone tuning in, it's a little late, man. I'm about to play some PS5. I suck at college football right now. I gotta get better. But
yeah,
everyone tuning in, appreciate y'all, man. Make sure that y'all stay safe, stay sane, but most importantly, stay blessed. We out. Peace.